happy little tree. Happy little trees. Look at it, happy little tree.
But what I'm going to reveal to you is, so we have to consider, it's really easy to look back in retrospect from where you sit right now and just think, oh, the last, it was just a hiccup, it was just a speed bump. No, it wasn't. The last 3 years totally altered the trajectory of millions, possibly billions of people's lives. It ruined many people's lives. Some of those people are just now realizing how ruined they are.
Hello again.
Consequences. What was rolled out? The pattern break was everybody staying home. Was everybody now glued to the news, trying to figure out what's going on, what's their next move? You understand, most of the people listening to my voice right now are not among the collective. You guys are waking up. You're a part of a new family of humanity, a new front. Yeah, guys, there's not two teams here. There's the darkness and there's the false light. And then there are those who are highly individualized souls who are objectively watching all of this unfold, because an observer, a watcher, is not a participant. And if you're not a participant, then you will not fall victim to or suffer the consequences of being on either team. This is going to get deep, guys. I'm going to reveal some things in this video you're not going to be comfortable hearing. But by the time you lay your head down to sleep tonight, you're going to cogitate on these things, and you're going to realize just how liberating it is just to know this material.
What'd you say, Larry?
Puts you in the extreme minority of humanity. This is going to get profound. I need more coffee.
I need more potion.
Good day.
I saw somebody said something about the remnant, and somebody else said something about Kobe's death. Absolutely, you're on to something. It's called ritual. That's right.
Here's what I have today.
Okay. Energy flows where attention goes. Absolutely, guys, every single time. I have a feeling this video is going to take off, and I'm asking you guys that, listen, when you hear my full presentation, when I get to the end and drop these truth bombs on you, as my friend Bro Sanchez likes to do, I don't have that button, but I will make those sound effects. I'm asking you to share this video because people got to hear this. Because you're about to hear and you're about to resonate with pure truth.
Let's see.
So, we can't sit back and think that what happened in 2020 and then continue to unfold in 2021 and is still affecting people in 2022 and now 2023. An event of that magnitude, which involved almost the entire world, would not have prophetic significance? No, it did, and we missed it. The greatest truths are always found in retrospect. I've said this many times on my channel. So, we're going to get into that. But in order to understand exactly what I'm talking about, we're going straight into the book of Revelation, straight to the chapter. Revelation chapter 6. Verse 2, the first seal is broken. This is how it reads. I looked, and there before me was a white horse. Its rider held a bow, and he was given a crown, and he rode out as a conqueror bent on conquest. This is the New King James Version, guys, and I don't like it. I don't like it because I study the interlinear version, especially the Hebrew Greek Key Study Bible put out by Spiros Zodhiates. But it's okay. It conveys the message that we need. But we're going to go deeper because I'm going to give you a Greek transliteration. So, in this passage, there are three key words separating the first horseman from all the others. This is the first seal broken. Remember, in my past presentations, I told you guys, the beginning of the apocalypse is an unveiling for those who will wake up. The rest are going to suffer the consequences of the seals. The seal, the events of the seals themselves will either wake you up or increase your sleep. By the breaking of the seventh seal, the Great Tribulation begins. When the Great Tribulation begins, all bets are off. You are who you are. I'm just gonna let it be. But here is the three things that separate the first horseman from all the other horsemen are the color white, the bow, no arrows, just the bow, and a crown. There's nothing else. Those are the three things that are the focus of the first horseman: the color white, the bow, and the crown. But this is a Greek text, so you need to hear how it sounds in English if we were reading it in Greek. Let me explain. This is how it would read. And I looked, and behold, a horse white, and the sitting on it, having a bow, and was given to him a crown. And he went forth overcoming, and that he might conquer. The Greek actually gives us more than the English translation that I read earlier. Let me explain. And I looked, and behold, a horse white, and the sitting on it having a bow. There is no mention of a rider. And you'll understand when I get further into this presentation, because it is an act of prophetic genius. We're going to get to it. Having a bow, and was given to him a crown, and he went forth overcoming, and that he might conquer, not that he does conquer. The word bow, this is where it gets deep, guys. The word bow in Greek is toxin. Toxon. Now, the bow shoots arrows. Arrows in history were used to deliver poisons to victims. Now, I was informed only hours ago by somebody in the comment section. I can't remember who it was. I was vibrating. I'm moving at 100 miles an hour. I want to thank you right now if you're in my chat, but you dropped a link to a video of Pastor Steve a year ago when he had the suspicion that the first seal had been broken with the whole pandemic deal. And I want to applaud Pastor Steve. He's absolutely right. But he spent an hour almost convincing himself that he was wrong. He's the one that led me to understand the Greek. That's what got me to pull my Greek interlinear out. Now, a year ago he released a video and then didn't follow up on it. He just left it alone after that. It's crazy. There's not much else in that video, just that one point. But anyway, I was informed of this earlier today, so I want to give credit where credit is due. I always do that. You know my bibliographies are extensive. So if Pastor Steve listens to this video, I credited you for that observation. It drew me into everything I found afterward. It's amazing. So Pastor Steve already made the connection to toxins and the arrow of the first horseman. So now, many of you know this, and we don't have to go into a whole lot because people have beat this fact up over and over. But crown in Greek is corona. No big deal. Other people have mentioned that a lot. But where we're going with this is a direction that you cannot foresee. It is amazing. Crown in Greek is corona. Although the term corona was first used in English in the 1500s, it actually derives from the Latin word for crown. So, the first four seals are actually four horsemen. Horses in ancient times were symbols for rapid delivery. And this rapid delivery comes in the form of someone wearing white. So let's go. I'm going to provide you the summary now. These are just the facts. These are just the Greek translated facts. This and the meaning of these symbols. This one sentence, the first seal, there's a lot to unpack, but it's going to go a lot deeper than you think. So, the summary of the first seal, just taking just the imagery that we just read and putting it together, because you know I like to reduce everything to its lowest common denominators. A worldwide event, broken seal. Rapidly, horse, bow, arrows. Poisons victims, empowering, crown. The poisoners, represented in white. I'm gonna say that again. A worldwide event.
Come on, man.
Rapidly poisons victims, empowering the poisoners.
All right.
And we got this from broken seal, horse, bow and arrow, crown, and the color white. So the four horsemen are basically four world events. The beginning of the breaking of the seven seals. And the seals need be broken to usher in the reign of who's the main character in the...
Don't break off. I'm listening. I'm recording, motherfucker. Oh, look what it does. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're messing up the stories. It doesn't even let you look to check your shit without fucking it up. That's what pisses me off about this technology shit.
There's a lot to unpack,
You
but
got your
it's
little
going
hat
to go
on?
a lot deeper than you think. So, the summary of the first seal, just taking just the imagery that we just read and putting it together, because you know I like to reduce everything to its lowest common denominators. A worldwide event, broken seal. Rapidly, horse, bow, arrows. Poisons victims, empowering, crown. The poisoners, represented in white. I'm gonna say that again. A worldwide event rapidly poisons victims, empowering the poisoners. And we got this from broken seal, horse, bow and arrow, crown, and the color white. So the four horsemen are basically four world events. The beginning of the breaking of the seven seals. And the seals need be broken to usher in the reign of who's the main character in the book of Revelation that leads the beast kingdom against the forces of good. Who?
Antichrist.
Who's the subject matter? In Hebrew, his name is Abaddon, translated as place of destruction. But in Greek, his name is Apollyon. So it is Apollyon that we need our focus trained on. In Revelation 9:11, we read, "And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon." Apollyon means destroyer. Apollyon is no different than Shaddai of my prior videos. Now, Apollyon's throne is mentioned by Pausanias. The ancient historian Pausanias mentioned that Apollo's throne, Apollyon, because his name is Apollo, Apollyon is actually Apollo in Greek, but we have simplified it in English to Apollo. Apollo's throne from the 6th century BC is described perfectly by Pausanias. Scholars have used that, and artists have used that to create different depictions. I don't have to tell you what to look for. I'm just going to show you. This is an artist rendering from a long time ago of what Pausanias said Apollo's throne looked like. You know, making sure you guys can see this. The first horseman carries what? What do you see? Apollo's throne, 600 BC. That's 2,600 years ago. Oh, but we're not done. We are not done. Now,
We ain't done. No, we ain't done.
so the apocalyptic narrative is of the seals being broken to open the gate of the abyss. This is the focus of Revelation.
Are dead.
River Lady.
Apparently, the demons can't do it on their own. They need help. So, the narrative of the book of Revelation is the breaking of the seals, which is like a war against humanity. But in the breaking of the seals, there's great liberty and freedom, and I've explained this in my other presentations. The fifth seal reveals some of that. Now, someone is helping these demons fulfill their goal. They can't do it on their own. The goal is to open a portal that Apollyon can come forth. So I don't know all the logistics. I don't even claim to know. But we're about to go into some deep stuff here, and that's what this video is about. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm asking Christians, I'm asking decoders, I'm asking anybody out there who wants to pick up the torch and run with it, because there's a lot more to find out here. I'm not claiming to know it all. I'm just claiming to have discovered the fact that January 2020 was the breaking of the first seal. So let's continue. The objective of the book of Revelation in the beginning is to release Apollyon. So who is this ancient Apollyon? Apollyon is Apollon, and Apollon is Apollo. How do we know this? How do we know that an ancient Greek god named Apollo is the subject matter of the book of Revelation? How do we know this? Let's look. Because the book of Revelation was written in Greek, so it's to the Greeks that we're going to defer to. What we're going to find, my word, is harrowing. Apollo was the god of archery. I'm going to let that sink in. Apollo was the god of the bow. His arrows spread pestilence. A really good example is in Homer's Iliad. In Homer's Iliad, the Greeks are attacking the walls of Troy in Ilium during the Trojan War. Apollo shows up and begins shooting the ranks of the Greeks with arrows. When the arrows hit the ranks of the Greeks, the animals, the horses, and the dogs in the army of the Greeks got sick and died first, and then the men withered away and died. The arrows of Apollo brought disease. Apollo was also the god of prophecy. What?